Hey guys, it is Joe Nathan here, and we are back with LMU Ultimate, racing the GT3s at Imola. This is a 20-minute Silver Series race, so it is an open setup race. We've qualified 5th here in top split. I was struggling with the Lamborghini. I have heard it's the fastest car, but if it's no good in my hands, then I have to switch. So I did, and wow, I found the Lamborghini to be difficult to drive, difficult to get it to cooperate with me, but the Porsche we're just on the same page. So really good decision to switch here to the Porsche. Here we go, 20 minutes. Like I said, starting 5th, we have the inside line heading into turn 1. And with the 35 car grid, we just can't afford to have anything go wrong into turn 1. Uh-oh. Is it on? Do we have a move? I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Uh-oh. Shoot. Oh, no, don't knock me off. Okay. Find the throttle. Accelerate out. Okay. Very inconsequential contact there with the Mercedes, all things considered. We're in a good spot. I mean, we haven't left where we started, basically P5. Just being mindful of the cold tires, like always. But a good start to the race for us. P1, of course, miles down the road, 5 seconds ahead. P2, 3 seconds ahead, but P3 is 1 second ahead. I'm not saying I've got a chance at a podium or anything, but in these races, you just never know. So, that in mind, car number 15 for us. We're having a good race here already. Let's make it happen. Let's capitalize on the opportunity. Now again, the Lamborghini, from what I've heard, is the fastest car. It seems pretty strong in a straight line. The Porsche does not. You see we're getting ran down by the Beamer. The Merc having a moment. But the handling of the Lamborghini was just too cloudy. I would say cloudy because I don't really know what the word is. It just didn't react to my inputs enough. I didn't get the results that I was expecting. The outcomes from my inputs just weren't enough. I don't know how else to put it. With the Porsche, though, it does exactly what I want it to do. It just feels like a very responsive car. It wants to rotate, it wants to slow down, it wants to speed up. We may have some difficulties, like I said, in the straight line, but I'd rather have difficulties in the straight line instead of having difficulties in every single corner. So, and I'm sure it's just a setup issue, but I'm using the same setup shop for both cars. So with that in mind, it could be maybe I'm using an outdated setup, but I'm pretty sure I wasn't. Maybe the car just didn't fit the driver right now, and that's what we'll go with. So lap 2 in the books. We are equal on pace to that Mercedes and faster than the Beamer behind us, so let's keep this up. Let us keep this up. Now, coming from iRacing, the Porsche feels like the most similar, I guess, is maybe that's Best way to put it, maybe that's why I feel the most at home. Never mind the fact that it is the Porsche, and I've always loved this car. But it feels very much alike to iRacing. Go right there, the ass end of the car wanted to come around. Kind of, you say, screwed up that chicane, braking just a little too late. Overall, though, this was a huge difference, just switching the car. It was worth like half a second. So there's some situations where you may find yourself driving a car that I guess is more comfortable for you, but maybe it's slower. Like maybe setup wise or something, but here that's not the case. This is way more comfortable and way faster. So, I don't know. So 44.4. Let's keep pushing. Get to the 43s. Kind of backed up the entry, maybe too much. Into the gravel. Don't mind me. So yeah, these 20-minute races are typically a fixed setup only, but this week we've got ourselves an open set race. And that's true for like iRacing too. Usually the sprint races like these are fixed, so it's nice to have an open setup one where you can get something that's a bit more fun to drive, a bit more engaging opposed to fixed setups. I'm trying to keep up with this Mercedes, but he's quick. He is very quick. 42.8 for P1. That is rapid. Alright, pace isn't bad. 44.4, but we can do better. We can do better. And I know the LMU has gone through quite a few updates recently. And I did like the Lamborghini kind of recently, but for some reason didn't really like it just then. Yeah, see, I'm just not confident for some reason in the braking of that corner. I don't mind letting the Beamer go if he truly is faster than us, but I'm just not convinced. I am not at all convinced. He may be quicker for a corner or two, but I just don't see the consistency. Now, the final corner is the most important corner because there aren't many overtaking opportunities. Granted, if you make a mistake, sure. But pure, just proper overtaking opportunities, turn one is like your only one. So, if I get a good exit there, then it's going to be very difficult. Unless I make a mistake or something. For the beamer behind me to make a move. Taking up mistakes. It's not enough of one. You see, we get good drive off. Get her slowed down enough to feel comfortable. Not too bad. 10 minutes down. 10 minutes to go. One thing though that I really do enjoy about LMU, at least for some of these races, they've got big grids. So, I mean, with a 35 car grid, the chances of you finding somebody to compete with within that race, it's obviously going to be higher than if it were, you know, a more realistic 20 car grid. So having 35 cars means you're likely going to have somebody that you're chasing. In this case, yeah, we're not really, unfortunately. 43.5. That's quick. But at least we have somebody in our mirror. So you get it slowed down, accelerate on out. All that time we lost on entry, we more than make up for it on exit. Yeah, I forget what I did in qualifying, but it was a 43 something. It was nice. I would hope I'd be able to somewhat replicate it here in the race. I think it was like a 43.5 or something. Yeah, we can put the pieces together. It's obviously there. Tracking for a 43.9 right now. Of course, BMW is still within 0.6 of a second. He's still is understeering in that final corner. So that's what's helping us out. If he were getting that right, we'd be in danger, but he keeps making a mistake there. So 43.893. New fastest lap of the race. And we get to extend our gap just a little bit as well. Up to 0.7. Small little corner cut, but we get away with it. One thing as well about the Porsche that I've noticed is that when you use the curbs, it doesn't pull you away like the Lamborghini does. That just also kind of elaborates or further illustrates the drivability of this race car. So I guess if you are coming from iRacing and you just don't know what car to use, or you're coming from iRacing and you do know what car to use, but you don't like it as much as you think that you should, and it's you haven't tried this car yet, the Porsche, try it, see what you think. I realize, like, this is what I've been missing. In little cut there. I was looking to see who that was. I couldn't really tell. It was the Mercedes. So he has gone off and promoted us to P4. 5 minutes left. 1.5 back to the Beamer. We'll just keep pushing here. If we can stay consistent in the 43s, that'd be lovely, but we don't need to take any extra risk. P4 is plenty. Don't get greedy. And 1.5 back. So our gap is looking good. And it is another 143.9. Are behind, giving it everything that he's got. He's still 0.2 slower that lap. One thing's for sure, though, when it comes to LMU, you can't get too comfortable, even in the GT3s. Out of all of the racing sims, I would say that this is the more difficult, most difficult one. Not saying that that's a bad thing, though. Of course. This means it's most likely to keep you honest. So at this point in time, though, I mean, we are very consistent. We're in the 43s. Last time, around this time, last race, I should say, with the Lamborghini, I was in like 20th. Doing like 45s. So, night and day, just about. Of course, the leader's still doing 42.8, so he's still flying up there, but 43.9. We can be a little bit more proud of that. All right. Yep. Still 1.5. So the Beamer's still keeping us honest back there. I'd like to see if we can get a little bit lower in the 43s, at mid 43s, but we just got to keep driving the car. Don't need to risk too much. Very easy overdrive to chicane. One minute to go. .42.5 out of nowhere from Whitburn. snatch that fastest lap just for the fun of it. Easy now. Easy now. Trying to see if we can get a little extra rotation as time expires. Seems like we're getting a little extra rotation here. So just be mindful again, we don't need to risk anything. A second ahead of the car behind. Stuck in the gravel as well, but this was a pretty good race. I mean, obviously, we want to be on the podium. We got a long ways to go. We had a clean race. And we're going to bring it home P4. Anytime you get a top 5 and top split, good job. Good freaking job. We just didn't get faster as the race wore on. We got more consistent. Back to the pits to celebrate. Yes, sir. I will do exactly that. 43.8 behind us from the BMW. It's a really good lap from him. Just too little, too late. But anyways, I appreciate you guys checking it out. Let me know if you want to see more Le Mans Ultimate. If you do, cool. Maybe even hit the like button, subscribe. At least let me know, you know, that you checked it out. But I appreciate you guys. I think this guy's my new friend. I made a friend. Aw. Alrighty. Well, see y'all next time.